This tutorial goes over how to bathe Delilah and any dog that may have sensitive skin. So starting out with the first step, you just want to go and prepare the bath area. So here you can see my boyfriend grabbing a towel and pulling back the shower curtain to prepare to bring Delilah inside so we can start her bath. After Delilah is placed safely in the bath, my boyfriend moves on to adjusting the temperature of the water to make sure it's not too hot or too cold for her. And once that water is finally adjusted, he moves on to the rinsing process. Delilah Ann does have sensitive skin, so it's very important that we take this step of the bath seriously and take time to fully rinse her off and make sure all of her body is wet before applying any soap. As you can see, all the different angles here of making sure her tummy gets wet as well as her feet and her face, which sometimes she can be more sensitive to. And it's also good to remain calm when she shakes off water. As you can see here, it's normal and it does happen. The next process is starting with some shampoo. So Delilah uses the Johnson & Johnson's baby shampoo only, and that is because she has sensitive skin. So the next process of the bath is kind of lathering her up with that shampoo, getting her squeaky clean here, as you can see, rubbing all those parts that are exposed to outside and dirt more often, like her feet and her tummy. It's very important to rub all four paws. As you can see, my boyfriend is spending a little extra time here on those front feet, and then he'll slowly be making his way to the back feet now as well. Again, just lathering them up with that baby shampoo to get all the dirt and maybe even splinters or stickers out from her toes. And once you have all the body lathered up, it's time to adjust the water temperature again to move on to the second cycle of rinsing. This cycle is just as important as the first because you want to make sure you get all the soap off, as you don't want them to be itching extra later on after the bath or have any type of irritation on their skin from soap in general. So here's my boyfriend giving her a thorough rinse, washing under her face and also washing on the top of her head as well, again to ensure you get all of that soap off. And once that's done, we're moving on now to some conditioner so that her fur does not feel dry after the bath. So with the conditioner, you don't need much. Just make sure you lather it all over her body again, and only a generous amount is what you need. And after that, we'll be moving on to adjusting the water temperature so we can complete the last cycle of rinsing. Now, this one's the most important, again, because it's the last time you're going to have a chance to rinse off all the soap to make sure she's more comfortable after the bath. Once that's completed, it's time to grab a towel and move on to the drying process. So Delilah personally is very helpful. She likes to rub her face and help dry herself off, but we do tend to use the towel first because it does soak up most of the water after the bath. But we do use a blow dryer as well because the towel doesn't always get her completely dry. Using the blow dryer around her ears, her back, and her face helps to ensure that she's completely dry before we let her out into the rest of the house. As you can tell, she doesn't like the blow dryer that much, so she's glad when it's finally over and she can just run out and go enjoy being in her bed. She may not be the happiest, but she is clean. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed my tutorial.